How's everyone doing? It's Tuesday. We are together. Looking for the Tower card. Is it going to be the last one? There it is. Okay. So, a couple of things first. I have readings available this week. I think there's one or two appointments left on Thursday, and then I'm going to be doing Zen Day out on Pine Island. That's an in-person annual event, and I just absolutely love it. And it's a whole afternoon thing. So then I'm back live Tuesday and Friday, but all of next week before I have my mouth surgery, the next week episode, I have openings next week. So thewayofpositivechange.com, and you just scroll down to book an appointment. It's super user friendly. Okay, and so I'm looking forward to meeting you. And I'll only be out for a couple of days. I already marked them off my schedule. So you can go on a week after that or a few days after my surgery, my laser surgery, and you can book after that too. It won't make any difference. All right, so book a reading so I can meet you and read for you, and if you want, if you would like. And I just want to stress the importance, while we're waiting for other people to join us, the importance of recording your reading. You know, if a reader won't let you record the reading, there's a reason, right? But that's our report card. So it's very important. My guides and angels are going to allow me to look into, you know, the next 12 months for you. So whether it's from March to March or birthday to birthday or February to February, whatever day we do your reading, they're going to let me look into the next 6, 8, 10 months down the road. And believe me, some of the information they give me, you're not going to remember. And you may be an expert note taker, but it's a lot of information, and it's really helpful to be able to replay the recording back. And if you do it on your phone, then you always have it with you. So if you meet me on FaceTime or Facebook Video Messenger, you can, on your laptop or on your tablet, then you can use your phone to voice record, right? All Apple phones come with voice memos, and you just have to search for it. You may have deleted it. It'll bring it back up, or you can go to the Apple app or the Google Play Store, and you can upload a free voice recorder. It's so super easy. And I used to make cassettes for people, and then I used to burn CDs for people. You know, that was BC. People, guys. But now pretty much everybody can use your phone, you know. And you want that because it's our report card. And then if you have a reading with someone else, you can compare. And you can see, you know, which reader was able to connect with you the best for the most important information. Okay, now, so please, please, please try to learn how to do that. It's not hard. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. Now, the Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Thank you for finding me on Blue Sky, and you've acknowledged me there. If you could follow me there, that would be really great for everyone that follows me and takes the time to make a comment or like the site. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. The same here on YouTube. It really helps me. It helps boost the algorithm and helps us find more people. All right, so on the Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky, we had the Tower card yesterday, and believe me, it was a Tower day. When it came up, I thought, whoo, I guess what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And I felt like something big was gonna happen, and so I kept clicking. I had 5 readings yesterday, which was a big reading day for me, and I kept clicking over to see, you know, on some of the news pages that I checked, what was going on, and the IRS came up, and the Social Security thing came up, and then the horrible, you know, the plane upside down in Canada. That was so. It was a rattle your nerve your last nerve kind of day. So that happened, and then we got this yesterday, and then today we got a very opposite card, and we got it just came flying out of the deck, and it's the Chariot. And the Chariot is victory after adversity, dress for success. You know, I'm a big one for dressing for success. I wore my angel because every time when I feel that there's a positive change or the angels are bringing me messages, I'm going to put this shirt on so that you know, this is important. And I've been doing that. So I had a bit of a revelation, and from my understanding, when this card came up, you know, it shows the wand is in his right hand. So this means willpower and control, and we're in charge. We're in charge more than what we know. We have more power. Fox is starting to panic a bit. All right, and then the lingam and yani is underneath the wings here on the Chariot, and that represents the feminine and the masculine. And even though they are opposite, they work and combine in unity. And I immediately felt when I don't know, my eyes were drawn to that, or I thought about that meaning more than the sphinxes, the duality of the black and the white. It was just everything together, the waxing and waning of the moon, the 8-pointed star. And so it just all came together to me with this revelation, is that an unlikely alliance, things that don't seemingly fit together, will start working together. And I really felt that when the announcement of the IRS and Social Security with Doge and Musk started coming up, and the protests that were happening, I felt that this was so invasive into our lives. But it's invasive in MAGA lives. It's invasive to their lives too. This will touch more people than we had our members class the other night, and we were talking about how when the crown bug came, there wasn't anybody that didn't get it or have somebody that they knew unfortunately be hospitalized with it, or have deep problems with it, or possibly even have somebody that was unalived by it. But this is, every MAGA person is going to know someone that either lost their job, got laid off, is scared about their Social Security, or scared about their IRS, or what have you. Is going to be touched in one way, or has somebody that works for the FAA or the EPA or any of government jobs. So it's going to touch everyone's lives. And that freaks people out. That brings that unlikely alliance, where they start having revelations, or MAGA starts having revelations of their own. And I've always felt that this was going to happen. But when I got this card, which was so meaningful right after this, the man-made structure burning down by the bolt of lightning, I really felt that it was a giant message of the tide is turning for us. Now, do I think there's still going to be some scary things all the way through March? I do. But that's going to meld all of us together. We're in the boiling pot together, because if it doesn't affect one MAGA person, and remember, people have diabetes, MAGA people have diabetics in their family, and their cost went way up again. Remember, Biden got it down to 35 or no more than 35. So there's going to be some alarming things. And I feel like they had their own revelatory moments. And we're going to be working together. So you've got to hold the light. The other day, I was starting to feel like, oh my God, this is getting worse. Do I need to do a binding spell? I mean, I was starting to, I was really starting to wonder what's going to stop this. But then our angels are talking to us. So we're working on clairsentience in our members class and doing exercises. So listen to your angels, talk to them, start a dialogue with them, and ask them to give you information. Okay. So they're going to be affected, and they're having enlightenment, and they don't like what's happening, and it's going to make some of them, madder than murder hornets. All right, and before I got on here with you today, I saw Rubio's face in that meeting room with Sergey, whatever his name is, and where the Saudis are hosting the meeting, and he looked bad. He looked really, really bad. And I don't know if he looked that bad because he's afraid that he's going to make Trump mad because he's going to go along with something that the Saudis propose, or if he's making concessions and that Florida will revolt and many people will revolt. There are many Floridians already revolting. You don't touch the insulin money. You don't touch Medicare or Medicaid. And you don't come after the non-documented workers, especially in Florida, because believe me, the wealthy, rich people in Florida are beginning to understand who runs things around here for them so they can go out to eat and so they can have fresh produce. So I feel like there's going to be an uprising in Florida that Trump never, ever thought he would ever see. So this was, I just felt like a wave was coming over me this morning. And I thought, this is really going to happen. Thank you, me, myself, and I. Murder hornets are indeed vicious. Okay. All right. So why did Rubio have that awful look on his face? Why did Marco Rubio have that awful look on his face? Is he concerned about Trump? Will Trump be mad at Rubio? Let's just see, because I'm going to ferret this out. Okay. Trump set him there with a command, and you don't deviate. And not only is there a delay with this hangman, and the Saudis want them to think differently. So Trump gave him a directive. Saudis are saying, let's change our perception. Russian people are saying, could you change your perception to include us? Can you look at us and this whole situation differently? Now Zelensky said he's not coming to the bargaining table for some reason and has delayed it until next month. Why is that happening? So I want to take a look at that too. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, help a girl out, hit the like button, help me out twice. Thank you. All right, he was not able to get everything that he wanted. He's trying. He's trying. He got swatted down a bit. He felt like he had to agree to something or make a concession, and he's trying to, listen, he's trying to come up with any kind of hopium idea. Like, and he knows that this is idealistic at best. It can also be like the Trojan horse with this Knight of Cups when it's next to a negative or suspicious cards. Okay? So, and you know he can't be trusted because he wants power. He's like a little bulldog, that Rubio. You would think with his Cuban roots, he would protect better than he does. But all right. So, what is the future? What is the fate of Ukraine? Guides and angels, what is the fate of Ukraine? Will Ukraine be okay? Will they remain sovereign? Well, I mean, safe. Will they be safe? Will Ukraine stand? Last Thursday, I did a video with Danny and Sheila on my channel. It's the one right before this. It was the 13th, day before Valentine's Day. We received, I was sad that video didn't get as many views as I would like, because it was a fantastic session between the three of us. We were in unison. We got fantastic answers. I felt like that was one of the very best collaborations we had ever done. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, take a look, because I feel like we got some really important information. Okay, they're standing strong. They need more help. They're asking for more help. They feel bullied. They have been bullied. Here again, I think the tide is turning with the Wheel of Fortune. They have, but you know, sometimes they're sad that they relied on the United States to this degree. And they have sadness, but there are two cups standing. Remember in this card that there are two cups standing, even though things didn't go the way you wanted. Two cups standing can bring you the Two of Cups, which can be a new partnership, right? But we can't only look at loss. So they may cut the ties to the U.S., join with a partnership with others. They want to bring an end to things, and the end of one way and the beginning of another. Now, I think they're going to be okay. So I'm going to ask this one other way, because I like this together. There is, and this, there is change. And the bully card and the unstable energy is over here. So what ultimately happens to the country of Ukraine? Light workers unite. All right. What ultimately happens to the country of Ukraine? Thank you, Square Peg. Thank you so much. I know what you guys, I saw on the weather report today that it's going to be so cold up there, and it's cold even in Texas. And please, everyone, stay warm. You know, I love my Minnesota and Wisconsin, my Illinois roots. Roots? I don't know if they keep Crimea, get Crimea. There's negotiation of what is right and what is wrong. Will it change? All right. They're gonna be all right. Yay. Okay. They're gonna be okay. People from around the world will help. All right, this is good. Say prayers for them. Ask the angels to help them. All right, now. All right. Anand from the Ink was on Morning Joe this morning and had a new article that was so good, and calling on everyone to protest, and says you can't be a land of the free if you aren't home of the brave, which I thought was awesome. So we all have to be brave. But he's calling on senators, that have already bent over. It's just so horrific what they've done. But I think even they are having a revelation. I think some of them realized yesterday that they won't, they're going to lose their job whether Trump cuts them or we cut them. They're not going to be able to keep their job because they didn't protect us and they were too afraid of Trump. So they're in a no-win situation, so they better do something. And it's easier for them to help us, help them. But I don't know. Let's see. All right, so let's just see about that unlikely alliance, which is biblical. It is biblical. Will the repubs, you know, I got so tired of people telling me I was evil. I read the Bible in its entirety. Did I read the whole thing twice? But then I read the New Testament in addition 2 more times, and I even read the Catholic Bible, Catholic version. St. James Catholic? I don't remember. I read it though. Okay. Will the Republicans join the Democrats to overthrow Musk and Trump? Will the Republicans join the Democrats to overthrow Musk and Trump? They've gone too far. You know? They realize we are all in realization. This is that revelatory moment that happened yesterday with that lightning bolt. The blindfold's off. They're looking. Immigration judges were fired by the Department of Justice. Pam Bondi is going to go, she's going to face plant. It shouldn't take too long. I did a good reading on her. All right, so the blindfold is off here. They're seeing what they need to see. Okay, and they're not feeling very happy about this, but they know what they have to do. We had walked away from each other. We had looked away. They thought they were looking for higher ground or a person that could give them higher purpose, but it's eclipsed. What they have done with the government employees and some of the, you know, the CDC, the EPA, the NOAA, the Federal Regulation Committee, they realize this. Okay, now, I think that there's going to be some of us that could become Repocrats. A Republican and a Democrat? A Repocrat? Okay. Working together, this is when you combine 2 elements to make a compound. And the Lady Justice rules with her mind. She rules with her left brain to make judicial decisions without her heart being involved. Okay. So this means a big transition and a big change is happening. It's the end of one way and the beginning of a new way. What does that mean for us? It means we could start to work together. Did you get chills? I got chills. I feel like I'm going to cry. We're going to work on it. They know that a mess is, I'm still getting chills. They know that a big mess has been made. Remember when my angel told me that Trump was just going to like destroy the buffet table? Like he was just going to destroy it in many ways. And it was going to take a lot of work. And they know it's going to take a lot of work. And they know they have to convince other people to work with us, you know? But hey, if Liz and Dick Cheney can come around, miracles happen. There's hope for the future. Okay, now, this isn't a card of, it's not as big as this, but it is, I am going to help the people that are affected by this. I have to try to help my family member that's been affected by these troubles. I'm going to row the boat to help this person. Do we have sorrow? Yes. Do we have regret? Yes, I think we all have sorrow and regret on both sides. It isn't exactly what anybody wanted in this boat, but when you get into this boat, you still have sorrow with you, but you've got a plan on at least where you're going to land, on what shore. And you at least, it's just like doing the next thing. This isn't a whole game plan. This is just like getting to safety. So this is everybody in the boat just going to go bank on the island over there, on the island of safety, just so that we can get out of the S storm that we're in. And there will be wounded people from this. There will be wounded people. I mean, they cut funding even for our troops' food. And Medicaid. I thought it was bad when red states cut school lunches, but all right, so this is working together. It's working to get out. It's working together to get out of where we are, of the situation that we're in. And when someone offers to help us, when the Republican offers to help or wants to help Roe, we've got to accept it. You can't go in here with ego. This is everybody needing to get to this safe place. So there's going to be some more pain, and some people are going to lose. It isn't good. This is the river Styx. So there can be people that lose, that could become unalived because of some of the decisions of this. Look at what's happened with the planes. But that is, I'm not trying to blow this up. I'm just saying the sun is on its side, and this can mean there's some tough stuff we've got to yet go through, and we're going to need to band together. And this means, this is people working together. I'll let you row my boat because I'm injured. Right? And this is someone offering to row the boat because you're injured, and I care for your well-being. So when you take the temperance in the star card with 1 foot in the land and 1 foot on water, which is moderation, it's harmonic energy, it's blending together, it's earth and water, and then we have that perfect balance. Okay, so we have balance, 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 and working together, to create change with that death card. All right. So I hope that gave you a lot of feel goods, some good feels. Okay. All right. Now, what happens? The top executive of Social Security resigned yesterday, was forced out, resigned. And there's a question here from Lady Luck. Will Social Security be okay? Oh, is the United States Social Security, it was a question from 2 people. Is the United States Social Security program safe? Is it in trouble or is it safe? Is the United States Social Security program safe? Okay, so it doesn't matter what we're going through as long as we come together. We are the United States, and we've come together before. The divide is worse this time, but we are going. The revelation is strong now. So, but there's going to be some more stuff, and it's going to get ugly. but we're going to be okay. So there's change here. And you know it was bad for the executive to leave. Okay, so now victory is not on its side. So there's going to be some issues here. There's defense on trying to keep them out of this invasive energy. The guard went on her side. All right, there's chaos. This is at the top, chaos and drama. Now, this is a good card because people are coming together to work on this. All right, so there's team player energy going on here. It could cause some problems. And, you know, they probably will find people who are taking advantage of maybe still trying to collect Social Security when their parent has gone to heaven. All right, so there's the tower from yesterday. See how they're rushing in. Okay, we're going to be okay. I know this is one of my Russia cards, but we're going to be okay. All right. I have to put these in these. I know these are all difficult, and but then coming up here, this is what happens next. This is our fears. This is how we're seeing, because this flipped. It tripped our switch yesterday. When that flew out of and believe me when I tell you it flew out. Okay. So, and this is how we feel. So we, you know, this is how we're seen. And the whole world sees this as if, you know, something has gone off. All right, but we're going to be okay. Okay. So let me ask about what happens with the IRS. All right, because overnight, Musk and Doge had begun to try to get into IRS numbers. Lady Luck asked if they would get taxpayers' data. Will Musk and Doge be successful at getting people's taxpayer data? Our data. This means they don't have it yet. And I think I heard that they were being blocked. They had requested access, but they hadn't gotten anything yet. They were trying and they were plotting, okay? But this means they haven't got. Now, somebody in the IRS moved something. So somebody with an upper hand or an executive had the ability to scramble something, move something, or play the shell game with them a little bit. And Ken offered them, you know, well, here's this, take this, sniff this. Okay. Now this tells me some of the data had already been, some of these systems and things had already been breached previously. But I feel like we're still in control of this. My God. And then I was worried about Chutkin. Like, why is Judge Chutkin not going to stand in the way to protect? I don't understand that. All right. This could take a little bit, but they will be able to have some sort of access to taxpayers' money. Maybe it may be people that, oh my God. So this is a yes. So I'm getting more of a problem with IRS than I am with Social Security. Okay. Okay, what are they going to do with this? What happens to the IRS? What happens to the IRS? I know they want to police it. And they want to be able to go after people, because that's the militant, that's that Knight of Pentacles. I'll ask that question, Janice. What happens to the IRS? All right. There's our tower from yesterday. So see how it lines up with Social Security and the IRS, and then we got the Chariot card? All right. So they're going to get access. They're into something already. They're blocked here at first, then they get in. They want to do something. This is secret. They want control. Okay, now this Two of Cups is these two on their side. Chaos. They have a plan, they have a secret of what they want to do, but I feel like Biden put some sort of security foothold in there, like a door jam, so the door can't fly into the wall. Does that even make sense? This gets stopped. They create chaos, but it gets stopped. There was a protective measure put in place. We're going to hear some bad stuff out of this. Okay, let's see. Will people get their tax? Will the United States taxpayer receive their refund checks this year in a timely fashion? Or let's just say, will we? I can't ask two questions at once. So, will the United States taxpayer, people who pay taxes, will they get their that are owed refund checks? Will they get their checks from the Treasury? Will they get their checks? It's my other birthday cup. That was from my Amazon wish list. Thank you, Cammie. She got that for me a while ago. Celebrate your birthday every day, every day. All right, the attack. The invasiveness of it all. Excess. It's a lot of work. Another government agency or ruling has to happen to come in to help. Okay, so I feel things could be a little bit later here, but I feel like there's going to be problems with the system. But I feel, why would a choice be involved? You can have cash or you can do... Anyway, this is mostly positive. So I feel that people are going to get their checks. But they're going to offer a new system. I don't understand what this means. It's going to come out where they're going to say you can have this or you can take that. I don't. But it's mostly positive, so that's what I'm going to go for. Okay. Maybe you get it if you if like what JC just said, if you install AI or if you use a certain system or something, you'll get it more quickly. You want to do it the old-fashioned way, or okay? All right. Okay. All right. Murdoch's paper. I forget which one he owns. Opened with the line in a scathing article that says, "Does Trump understand money?" It is going to make him furious. I bet by now he is absolutely furious. There's no catch up left, either at the White House or Mar-a-Lago. Not sure. The article is about the Fed chair, interest rates, tariffs, and how you can't lower the interest rate with inflation. And it was scathing. So I want to know if Murdoch will continue to publish in that paper that he owns. Which paper does he own? Does he own? Will Murdoch continue to post demeaning articles about Trump? Wall Street Journal. Thank you, Big Steph. Believe it or not, someone else, this could be another moneyed party, has asked him to partner with them in getting the truth out about this. It could be some big money people. Could be the banking industry, because it's the safety's right there on its side, because they're afraid that the market, they're afraid that things are going to crash. He is going to continue to be contrary, and it's going to make us happy. He's going to continue to do it, but it's going to be mostly about how Trump doesn't understand money or real estate, or he's going to troll him. This is good. Remember, we got the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups when we asked how you and I were going to feel by the end of February. So some nice little wins are coming. All right. Now, Jesse Waters, I feel like Fox is flailing. I feel like they are drowning for entertainment purposes only. Waters was on there. He admitted he made something up about the condoms and the bombs to Hamas, and he just laughed about it. And he's on there grooming people to just like tell the people, Fox watchers, what he wants them to believe. So is Jesse Waters does he continue his career there? Is he going to continue to act this way? Is he going to continue to groom and push propaganda? Jesse Waters? And there was one lady there that was really pushing back, so that was good. But oh my gosh, Ben Meiselas put out one video of how Sean Hannity was introducing Lara Trump's talk on his show, talking about her new show, and he called her Lara shit Trump. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. Oh my God, it was precious. It was precious. All right, yeah, he's feeling the pressure. He is really under pressure. He's not sure exactly what to do, and he feels like things are changing. feel like he's been told he's going to have to make some changes. So there's been some breaks of the whole crew in Fox. There's some fissures and breaks there, and he's doing deals with the devil. He's getting paid. You're going to start to see this go a little bit up and down now, fluctuating with the MAGA. He's going to lose big. I mean, he gets betrayed. Watch for a big story to come out on him, or some sort of revelation or revealing story, or he's going to get, there's going to be shining the light on an association that he has with someone that's really bad that he took money for, and he's going down. This is so huge. Watch, he's going to follow Tucker Carlson right out the door. That is the end of him. I mean, there's no other way for me to say that. So, on that last vision board thing I put together, it says grand celebrations in the making. The law of attraction works. What you focus on grows. So put some really good positive statements on your vision board. Vision boards work. I'm not talking about putting a big yacht on your, you can if you want. It works faster if you draw something, but post your pictures. I'm a big proponent of vision. I only talk about things that I know work. Okay. Now, how is the energy? Misty Eddy wanted to know, how is the energy around Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? She said, Harris and Walz. So we're going to ask about both of them, even though that's two people in one question. It's a crowded question. Misty asks, what is the energy? How is the energy around Harris and Walz? Oh my gosh. There's so many of you here with me this morning. This is crazy for a noon show. It's only 9 a.m. over Pacific. If you're new here, please subscribe and please hit the like button. And I appreciate you. Okay, now, she didn't get the emperor job. She feels like he's gone crazy, and she's part of the team that's working on a plan. So she's currently, right now, working with others, and Walz, they're working with others to put together a plan. The obstacle, the challenge, the second card in the Celtic cross is the emperor. She believed that she had the power and had the popular vote here, and then the attack and the aggression happened for entertainment purposes only. She is waiting. She's planted seeds and she is waiting. They are waiting. They're waiting for a ruling. They're waiting for the law. They're working together on how to achieve this. More work is needed. They know that they can't pause for too long. They can't abandon the seeds they've planted. They cannot abandon this. They have to fight, even though they're bruised. They must endure. When we ask about, okay, I'm getting goosebumps again. When we ask about Harris and Walz and their energy, when you're asking about someone, how they're seen and perceived is in this 8th place. So they have some victory coming. They feel like it's taking forever. They feel like they've already put in an enormous amount of effort, and they are bruised and battered and weary, but there is victory after adversity, or victory after a battle, and they have the willpower necessary. It's been a tremendous, it's been an uncanny, it's been a too big of a load. It's too heavy. They are working very, very, very hard. They're, this is the kind of work where you have to get away from the city. This guy gets away from the city back here so he can focus without distraction. So they're working very hard. What is the energy? They're working very hard on a plan. Okay. When is the time of the chariot? June, July. It's a Cancer card because it looks like the crab in the shell, right? That's the astrological association of that card. And there are proposals. Oops, I put this in the wrong spot. Okay. So they're working. It is an inordinate amount of work. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy load. And they are, we feel like don't give up. And they're up against a giant challenge. I mean, it's giant. Okay, but they're working hard. So please pray for them. Pray for their strength. Pray for their that they have tenacity. And they and blessings for them, and to be rewarded for all their hard work. All right. And then I wanted to know how Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut, he has been outspoken. He is a hero. He is emerging with great speeches. I'm following him on Instagram now. I want to know if he is going to continue to have victory, if he'll be able to bring some measure of success. Senator Chris Murphy from Connecticut. Will he have victory in this fight? Okay. He's working together with a medium brown to light-haired woman. Also, is it Catherine Clark that is next to Hakeem Jeffries in the House? I don't think Hakeem. I think Catherine Clark is gonna hold a larger role than everybody thinks. Okay. Oh, he felt like, God, this is so hard. He was paralyzed. Like, what is happening here? He's gone to meetings. He stood on the Hill. He was just, do I fight or do I walk away from this? And he's decided to fight, and he's standing strong with Excalibur there. He's going to fight. Hopefully he's talked to Harris. Okay, this is really good. I don't know why these ads are coming on here. I ask for every 18 minutes. YouTube. Okay. 2 aces is a change of places. And then we have this 4. So he is going to head up a rally somewhere. Watch him. Watch his moves. He is heartbroken over what's happening, even to members of his own crew. He is strong. He has endurance. He knows he has to be patient and persevere. I think these are winning cards for him. He knows that he doesn't have a whole lot of help. And he's very concerned about, he's very concerned. These are very good cards for him. Watch him. Watch him roll. Okay. Kamala is working very, very hard. So I don't feel like she may be away from the city, but she's working very hard. All right. So then I wanted to look at Cory Booker. And I also wanted to look at AOC. So I'm sorry, you guys, I'm going over a little bit today. But these are questions that have been burning in my mind. All right. All right. Cory Booker. Is he going to be seen as a valiant warrior in this fight? Cory Booker. He's concerned about the chaos. He is going to cause a fight in some sort of upcoming session. His career is coming to a crescendo. There's some things he won't say, there's some things he won't do, but he's gonna make these big changes. Ooh, and then he gets stuck. He does good here, then he gets stuck. I don't know what he's concerned about. I didn't expect to see that for him. So pray for him too. AOC is being, she's being talked about on Fox News and by Homan, the border czar. Just check to see how AOC is doing. He's threatening lawsuits because he says that she's giving non-documented migrants ways to get out of or interfering in their arrest process. So is AOC going to be okay? Is AOC going to be okay? If you're just joining us, if you didn't see the last video I did with Danny and Sheila, I was so disappointed that there weren't that many views on that because that was one of our best collaborations, the last video we did. We got a lot of really positive, clear, concise answers, and it's easy. It's an easy collab to watch. She is a philanthropist. She will have some problems here. Things don't go as easy peasy as she had thoughts. Up and down. She's got to watch where she's going, watch what she's doing. She'll escape. She has more power than what they want her to have. She has a safety guard. They're going to try to hit her with a legal process. They're going to try it. They're going to try it. She can countersue. You know, maybe she can. All right, so ultimately what happens to AOC? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Did I say that right? What happens? Biden's trying to help her with something. She's already lawyered up. She's strong. She's beautiful. There is one or two things that she said where she could have a little bit of repercussion from. They are coming after her. She has lawyered up. She has some fear. She's got a tough road ahead. She needs your prayers. They're going to come after her. Okay. All right, we'll ask about her on Friday. Okay. Oop. Okay. All right, Barbara asked how is Joe Biden feeling about what's happening. She wanted to know if he felt guilt or I didn't want to ask that question, but how is Joe Biden feeling? I'm sure he's feeling terrible. How is Joe Biden feeling about what's happening? About what's going on with our sacred democracy. Well, he doesn't like it. He's trying to talk to an obstinate person. He can't get through. He's afraid for our safety. He's very concerned about charitable sources. All right, he's going to be able to get someone to help. He knows just the right person. And I feel like he's going to say, let's get the message out to the Trump followers of what's happening. This is not what you voted for. I think he's going for, well, thank you, Christy B. That's very sweet of you. I think he's going to help like Midas Touch and other people and other media. And maybe he can even get in Murdoch's ear about getting a hold of these people. All right, good. And then I wanted to see this. He knows about this Avril Haines report. He has been speaking to attorneys. And he's going to help. Listen, I don't know how he's going to do this. And he may be one of the ones that's speaking to Chris Murphy as well, because they both got that same Ace of Pentacles. But he feels bad because he thought he could win the election, and he felt like people didn't want him. That not enough people felt like getting off their katukas and going out there and voting for him. He felt bad about that. I tried to give you everything, and you didn't show for me. So he feels bad. You can't blame him, really. But he's not done saving the day. He's not done. He's not finished. There's reports, things that are written, things that are legal, and he's going to bring some results here. So Harris and Walz are working hard, but Biden has the goods. He's not sitting down on this. So pray for him too. Prayers work, you guys. Thanks, Ariana. That's very sweet of you. Okay. All right. So did I have one more? Oh, yeah. Jabby, oh, sorry, I have two more. I'm sorry. I'm going to go a little bit longer today. I'm sorry. Okay. Please hit the like button. Jabby wanted to know, why did Saudi Arabia decide to host the talks between the U.S. and Russia? What's their motivation? Why did Saudi Arabia decide to host talks between U.S. and Russia? It is. That's a really good question. It has to do with finances somehow. It always has to do with finances from them. They also want to remain free and secure. So they think that Russia could make a problem with Saudi Arabia's enemies. This has to do with their safety and their money, and the two tied together. There will be more coming to the surface about this with a certain amount of clarity, and it's about Russia, mostly. This is coming to light. This will be reported, and it's all, their plan gets revealed. Isn't that interesting? Their beliefs. Two of this, there's 78 cards and both church windows are here. So it's their beliefs, their ability to keep safe from someone else attacking for entertainment purposes only, and their money. They don't want to be attacked. I don't think they want Ukraine to be either. All right. And then Contessa wanted me to ask about Trump's health. Sorry, I'm running over the hour today, you guys. There just were so many good questions on my community page. Thank you so much for your interaction. Whether you're commenting on social media when we do card of the day or you post the question, it's so helpful to me. How is Trump's health? What's coming up for him? Is he healthy? Does he stay healthy? He's around somebody else that shares the same bad habits as him. He is not balanced, and he isn't looking with common sense or in a rational way of what needs to be done to balance his health. So he's out of balance if the justice card is on its side. He could also be very mad. He and Rupert were buds, right? And Rupert pretty much made fun of him today. Does Trump really understand money? That's what that article started. That's how that article started out. It was scathing. All right, he is being haunted. He's waking up. He is worried. He's afeared. He is really afeared. So it's too much of something. He goes off balance. He's just trying to have a good time. He's concerned about what the GOP is doing and whether they're going to break from him. He's actually concerned about this. He's concerned about Thune. He's afraid that he's going to be considered immobilized or lame duck. He gets to a certain amount because he's messing with the financial. So when the GOP doesn't like it when you touch their pocket. They squeal. And he can't hold on to them because it's a greasy pig. No bueno. Okay. He's losing friends. He gets betrayed. It hurts. There could be some significant overindulgences that cause an imbalance and maybe okay. So something's very out of balance. 7 sins. When it's in, it's negative. When it's taken to, it's negative. We're going to hear about it. Something happens around his family too. And there's a betrayal in the family and then in the GOP too. And then that just makes him, on top of Rupert's comments, it isn't good. Here. Okay. All right. Now, that's enough about the incorrigibles. Let's see what our guides and angels want us to know until I come back on Friday. Okay. God willing. All right. I do have appointments available. It's another ad. They're not following my request at all. What's the point of filling that thing out? All right. What do our guides and angels want us to know most? This is a reading for you and I. If you're new here, please subscribe. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. What do our guides and angels want us to know? And remember, class, we're working on clairaudience, having a dialogue with our guardian angels or our loved ones from heaven, getting messages. So we ask our angels and guides, what do they want us to know most? A long shuffle. There we go. Family is important. We already know that. Thank you, Mary Jo. Bye. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, don't worry about Musk. He has his own problems coming here. The GOP is going to start to turn on him. I really, really, truly felt this morning big when I saw that chariot card and that Lingam and Yanni. I thought, the tide is turning. It's turning. We've had victory over after adversity in the past. There's security in numbers. We fight. We work. Remember, those are Kamala and Walz's cards, right? They're working hard. Don't, just because you don't see them, don't think they're not working on it. And Dark Brandon's, he's putting something together. He's on it. He's a Scorpio. The way this is lining up, this is my Avril Haines. The way this is lining up, I feel like not only is the tide turning, but there's new information coming All right. And they're going to get it too. GOP is going to get it too. This is it. We're going to work together. I'm telling you, MAGA people are turning. They're turning. They had enlightenment. You don't touch their Medicare or their insulin or their egg prices or their family and fire their family members or their cousins or their nieces or their kids. Now they don't have insurance. I mean, it's just, okay. The change is, there's a bunch of meetings coming up here. So this is really important. Harris is involved in a meeting. Biden's involved in a meeting. Chris Murphy had the Ace of Pentacles. There are meetings coming up, and there is that unlikely alliance that is coming together. We're going to work together where we didn't want to admit that this was going to happen, and we don't want to do it. I don't want to hear what they have to say. I don't care if they're sorry. That's not going to save us. We got to work together. Remember, it was the Six of Swords. We got to work together. There's big meetings and big announcements coming, and we're going to be okay. Now, also, what does this have to do with you and I? It's a real good time to visit, a new restaurant in a neighboring city or place that you've never been before. Take a little bit of a road trip. Put some space in there. There will be some announced times to march where you can sign up to go to plan. There's going to be travel coming to get to a place so that we can march and gather together. That's coming too. So, and incoming news about a meeting that I think Musk and or Trump or both attend where the energy is unstable. Okay? I'm going to do one. I never do this, but I'm going to do one more thing personally for you and I. What's the best course of action to take? What is the best course of action to take for us? It's you know what or get off the pot. You're going to have to work with other people. This isn't a time where we can't put our head in the sand. You can't do it. It's not going to work. Maybe you thought you weren't going to have to talk to a MAGA person ever again. You're going to have to. And they are going to eat some crow too. Thank you, Stephanie. What's the best course of action? I'm sorry I went over. I won't go over Friday. What's the best course of action to take for you and I? All right. We celebrate. It's just like on my vision board that I put on there. Grand celebrations in the making. You know how when before you get married, you make a hope chest? Let's start planning the celebration of victory. The law of attraction works. Make your vision board with all beautiful things on it and how we're going to have this victory party. They want you to sing and dance and rejoice in the energy of each day and know that we have the victory coming. And through the revelations, we will escape the devil and other people will escape the chains. The blind will see. There's going to be so much gossip and so much infighting. This is my fish in the tank card. You know how when you have fish and they fight and they kick up all the silt inside the tank and you can't see anything. You can't see who got bit and who's dead and who's upside down until the silt settles. So don't believe everything you hear. There's going to be huge, the word slinging, the gossip. The meltdown has already started. The words are coming today. So don't believe everything you hear. Do not believe everything you can hear. And we have to wait some days for the dust to settle. Know that they're planning, and you plan on how you're going to get together with other people and what signs you're going to make. That would be a good thing, is to go ahead and get your cardboard and the sign, and think about what message you want to put on your sign for when you can protest. All right? There's going to be chaos and gossip and falsehoods and people just trying to kick the silt up in their tank. Don't worry about it. There is victory after adversity. And with Excalibur spears the crown. Okay? So, is it nasty? Yes, it's nasty. It's drama. It's Kardashians. It's Fox Noise. It's all of those things. But we have victory. So hold to the light, hold your ground, dance, don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to some of the stuff that's said. Don't believe everything that you hear. There's going to be mess ups and people who believe something and repeat something and it isn't true. Okay? Much love to you. I'm with you. Hold the light. You're doing a great job. You're doing a super job. Okay? Don't worry. They're gonna work with us. We're gonna work with them. Bye. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Sharon Sipe, and thanks for the super chats. I'm very appreciative.